Hey guys.
Hey.
Happy Monday. We are live at 5 at Broadway.com. Yes. I'm Paul Wontorek.
I'm Andy Lefkowitz.
And Dante Palminteri is here today. Yes. He is in Generation Me, which is a big nymph musical that everyone's talking about. It starts next week. The nymph is in full force now. Some shows have already started and ended, but it keeps going. And Generation Me is one that everyone's talking about. So we're excited to talk to him about it.
Can't wait.
But let's talk about news first, because there is actually kind of huge news happened this weekend. Kept you on your toes because
sure did, yes.
As news editor, Andy should have some time off, but in the summer it doesn't always happen.
Yes.
Because what happened?
Yeah, so we got casting for the Aladdin live action film this weekend.
Right.
So Mina Massoud is going to star as Aladdin, with Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine, and Will Smith, who had previously been speculated to play the genie, is going to be digging into that role.
Okay.
So yeah, the release date is to be announced, but we got some other news today that Pasek and Paul, who wrote the score to Dear Evan Hansen, are going to be writing lyrics to new songs for the Aladdin film with music by Alan Menken.
And of course, they won an Oscar for their lyrics to the La La Land song.
Yeah.
City of
Stars.
Stars, yeah.
Yeah.
City of Stars. I can sing it. I can't.
Yeah,
say
rock it. Come on, make it happen.
But you know, and I looked this up because, you know, I was actually doing some research on this, and I know that they were really sensitive about, so Guy Ritchie's directing.
Yeah.
And I know they really wanted to make sure they found a Middle Eastern actor to play Aladdin. And so Mina is, he is on the new, he's going to be on the new Amazon series Jack Ryan, which is of course based on the Jack Ryan series. He is Egyptian-Canadian.
Okay.
And Naomi Scott is a Brit, and she was the pink, I know nothing about this, but I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
She was the Pink Ranger in the latest Power Ranger movie.
Yes.
So, so that's sort of where they're coming from.
And now she gets to ride a magic carpet. So
yeah, exactly.
Pretty good follow-up.
All right, you can go now.
Yeah, all right, nice. So we found out today that Alec Baldwin is going to lead the live TV airing of A Few Good Men.
Right.
Really exciting. He's going to be playing Colonel Nathan Jessup.
All you need to know is he will say the words, "You can't handle the truth."
Exactly.
To some actor. He'll scream at somebody and intimidate them.
Created by Jack Nicholson on screen and created in the Broadway play by Stephen Lang.
Oh my God, I saw that when I was a teenager, and he blew me away. He was incredible.
Yeah, so that's really exciting, and Aaron Sorkin is going to adapt his work for the screen, and it'll air in 2018.
So it's like a year away.
Yeah, a year away. Hey.
I'm so sick of news that's a year away. I feel like so much news is a year away.
Yes.
What's going on with Dear Evan Hansen?
Dear Evan Hansen recouped their investment today. 9 months on Broadway, lots of years in the making, and they made their money back.
Let's talk about this, because if you really think about it, when they announced Dear Evan Hansen for Broadway, it was not a sure bet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, it was not a show where you were like, well, that's the easiest investment I could ever.
Very
you know what I mean?
Small show.
Yeah, totally underdog show.
Yeah, no big stars. Ben Platt was kind of known from Pitch Perfect. Right. But yeah, I mean, I think that the producers were really strategic about opening it at arena stage.
Yeah.
You know, kind of giving it the breathing room it needed, bringing it to second stage, also giving it time to get comfortable, and then coming to Broadway.
Right.
So it's it's great news for them.
So basically, that means that if you invested $100,000 in Dear Evan Hansen, you now have that $100,000 back, right?
Yep.
And maybe by next year it'll be $200,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you didn't turn that into millions, then.
So let's keep this running so that
it's going to keep going.
Making money. Yeah, and it's also cool because it had initially been announced for the Belasco Theater, and then it kind of comfortably made its way to the Music Box, which I think is a good fit because it's very intimate. So yeah, it's
totally
good news for them, indeed.
So the Wolves, did you see the Wolves?
I did.
See, I didn't. Everyone's been talking about this. The Wolves play.
Yeah.
It was a Pulitzer Prize finalist in 2017, and it was off Broadway, and now it's coming back to Lincoln Center, to the Mitzi Newhouse Theater.
Nice.
Is there a problem with the cameras?
Well, right now this is the only one that.
Oh, hi.
Look at that.
Hi everyone. I'll turn this way. That's not my good angle. No, it's going to play. It's going to play the Mitzi Newhouse this fall. Previews start November 1st, and it's going to open November 20th. And it's written by Sarah DeLappe and directed by Lila
Neugebauer.
You know how to say that?
I do. She's one of my favorite directors.
Andy saw it, and apparently a lot of the original cast will be coming back for this too.
Yep.
So this is exciting news too, right?
Yes.
That's going to be great because it's interesting. I feel like a lot of these shows are happening off Broadway, and then they have limited runs, and then they like the band's Visits coming back and having a bigger
Indeed.
run, and it's nice to see these shows get a life after we hear all this buzz about them.
Totally, and I think Sarah DeLapp is such a unique new voice, so who knows, maybe LCT will shepherd it to Broadway after the Mitzi.
Are you predicting Broadway,
I
Andy?
am. I would be down with that. It's such,
All right.
it's such a great play. I look forward to seeing it.
Cool.
Yeah. So the new play Ink by James Gran, which is about the making of the British publication The Sun, is transferring to the West End in London. It stars Bertie Carvel, who appeared on Broadway a few years ago in Matilda, as Rupert Murdoch, and Richard Coyle as Larry Lamb. So it played last year at the Almeida Theatre in London, and it now is going to move to the West End in
Awesome.
September of this year.
I don't know much about that play, but I'm really curious about the
sounds
Rupert
really
Murdoch
interesting.
thing. Gloria Steinem, this is the final week. I'm not addressing Gloria Steinem, but Doll's House Part 2.
Yep.
This is the final week to see the original cast.
Yep.
Laurie Metcalf, who won a Tony, of course. Condola Rashad, Chris Cooper, and
Jane Huddy-Shell is sticking
Jane
around.
Huddy-Shell's staying. You're right.
Yeah.
Those three are leaving at the end of this week. Gloria Steinem just went and saw it, so we have exclusive photos of that.
Yep.
And then the new cast starts on the 25th.
Nice. Good stuff. So we have photos from the Shakespeare in the Park production of A Midsummer Night's Dream on the site. That production features Tony winner Annalie Ashford, 6-time Tony nominee Danny Burstein.
6-time
Tony
nominee.
Come on, y'all. Let's get this guy a Tony. Tony winner Felicia Rashad and Tony nominee Christine Nielsen. And that's at the Central Park's Delacorte Theater through August 13th.
Yep. Have you ever seen the movie Network? Have you seen Network?
Yeah.
Network's a great,
incredible
they
film.
talk about great 70s films. A lot of great movies were made in the 70s.
Yeah.
1976 movie Network. There's a stage version of it, and Ivo van Hove is directing it, who we know does amazing stuff.
Yes.
And Bryan Cranston's starring in it. So
And it's adapted by Lee Hall, who wrote Billy Elliot.
Right. So this is like there's a lot of big names
deal.
on this one.
Yes.
So this will be at the National Theater, which is also fancy, in the fall. And you can see on the site now there's a teaser trailer.
Yes.
Starring Bryan Cranston. And check it out.
Indeed. So Derek DelGaudio's off-Broadway magic show, his latest magic show off-Broadway called
It's like a big hit.
Yeah, it's a big hit. In and of itself, has just been extended from its initial 10-week run to the end of the year. So it's running through December 30th at the Darrell Roth Theater. So definitely check that out. He's a really talented guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Megan Hilty, I know you all love Megan Hilty. If you also love summer and the beach, then go to P-Town. Go to Provincetown at the very tip of Cape Cod. On August 6th, she will be part of the Broadway Town Hall series, singing, telling stories.
Being her adorable, charming
Being
self.
adorable, yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, so that's exciting. So I think that's it. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
We're actually just going to bring Dante in.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
So we're going to do a little swap.
Let's do it.
Right now, it's all good. Yeah, we could just
All right.
throw him in.
I love
Let's
it.
bring in Dante Palminteri. Hi.
How you doing?
Ooh, your shoes. I like your shoes.
Thank you so much.
How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Nice to meet you. So, the Nymph.
Yes.
This is like a big summer thing
Oh,
that
yeah.
happens every year now, and a lot of great musicals have been born at the Nymph. Have you been aware of the Nymph for?
I have not, no.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever been involved in it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you are in a new musical called Generation Me.
Generation Me.
Not Generation You.
Nope, Generation
Not my
Me.
generation. You're me.
My
me.
generation, yeah.
So what the heck is it? Tell me about it.
Great. So Generation Me is a story about a boy named Milo, and he commits suicide. And
You just brought the room down really quick.
well, the play is about how his friends and family just kind of deal with suicide in their own way, and how the community just kind of rallies from it. Come see it. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. It's really a great show.
I just saw.
Amazing cast.
It's funny. I just started watching 13 Reasons Why.
You did?
Yeah, which is like the hot Netflix show, right? And it also deals with that. And then Dear Evan Hansen. There's a lot of things dealing with
it's
teens in trouble.
Right. Well, it's not about the suicide.
Okay.
It's about the aftermath
Okay.
of the
about
suicide.
the community.
Yeah, it's about how everyone deals with it. It's about
Uh-huh.
how his high school friends go on and how they not get over it, but how they remember his legacy and still move forward with their lives.
What's the music like?
Sorry?
What's the music like?
It's like contemporary pop,
Cool.
very much like Dear Evan Hansen.
Okay.
you know, I sing a song with my acoustic guitar, and I'm a singer-songwriter, so it's like right
I
up my
know.
alley. Yeah, it's perfect for me. It's
Yeah.
great. It's amazing music.
So
Yeah.
you actually, aren't you like working on an album? You have an album coming out, right?
I have an EP coming out.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
working on an album, but I have my EP coming out in a couple weeks.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be on Spotify, Apple Music.
Check it out. It's
All
Spotify.
that.
Follow him on social media.
Yeah, all the
and
good
you can
stuff.
find out all about it. What's your music like?
My music is very influenced by like early 2000s pop and 90s rock. Very John Mayer.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Like early John Mayer, I love that. Like
Yeah,
Jason Mraz.
you made a joke on Twitter, that, in a photo you put up recently, that you're like making a John Mayer face. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
your thing, right?
Yeah,
You just like have that vibe. You're that guy.
always with the Mayer face. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Mayer face, yeah.
I love that, and so my music is very much acoustic, rock, pop, kind of, kind of stuff.
Cool. Awesome. And so, how old are you? Can we tell everyone?
21.
21 years old. And this is obviously your first big New York show, but you've been doing theater for a while, right?
Yeah, since like third grade.
Third grade. What
fourth
was your
grade.
first time you got on stage?
First time I got on stage was Into the Woods. I was the baker. I think I was.
It's a great role.
11.
A lot of layers to
10,
that role.
11.
You were dealing with a lot of things.
Yeah, we only did the first act though.
Oh, okay.
So
Only
we
the
didn't-
happy
yeah,
part. Only the
yeah, we let it end on a happy note. Yeah.
Okay, so everyone didn't die.
No.
It was like the kid version of it.
Yeah, it was the kid version. We were like in, however old you are in fourth grade.
And what are some of your other like favorite things you've performed on?
I mean, I did Shrek. I was Shrek in Shrek.
Oh
which
my
was,
God! Were you green the whole
Oh
thing?
yeah, prosthetics and
Really?
everything. Yeah, that was a trip. That was really fun to do. And then I did my favorite play ever is the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and I was Chip for that one.
Chip, is he the one with the unfortunate?
Erection, yeah.
Did you do that version?
Oh,
or
yeah, we did.
Okay, he had
Oh
an
yeah,
erection.
I got to throw candy at the audience.
Yeah, I remember
and,
that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Okay, so obvious thing to point out: you have a last name that is not that common.
Mm-hmm.
I've met your dad. Your father is Chaz Palminteri.
Yes, he is.
And I see him in your face when I'm close to you. I see him in your
Thank
face.
you.
So what's it like to be Chaz Palminteri's kid?
It's just like being any kid.
Yeah, I mean
He's just a dad.
He seems like a pretty amazing guy and a pretty sort of inspirational guy, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to give me impromptu, inspirational, motivational speeches. He does that. Like he actually does that. I'm not just saying that because I'm on camera. He really will walk in like my bedroom and he'll be like, "It's a nice house you got here. You know, you want this house, you got to work hard." And then he'll like break into this whole speech. And I'm like, "I know. Like, oh, thanks so much. Okay, love you too. Bye." And he'll do that when we're in the car.
Well, he also has those cards, right, with the quote.
I find him like in my shoes. I find him like in my jeans.
What does the card say?
The saddest thing in life is wasted talent. I
Which
actually
is-
have that tattooed
Which
right
you
here.
should have that tattoo,
I
which
have-
is like the famous
yeah.
quote from Bronx Tale. And of course, we should mention he has a hit musical on Broadway right now.
He
Which
does,
is,
the
isn't that
Bronx
great?
Tale musical, yeah.
It must have been great to see that happen for him. I know he's been working on that for so long, and it must be cool that like people are liking it.
Oh, and people are loving it. And the real cool thing about seeing a musical start from the ground up
Yeah.
is you just see just really what it takes to put a musical like on Broadway.
Right.
It's insane. The calls at 4 o'clock in the morning, like you have to go here, you have to like sort this out right now. You
Right.
have to drop whatever you're doing and go and fix this.
Right.
It's insane the amount
Right.
of work that is put into that.
Yeah.
And it was really humbling, like watching him and Alan Menken and Tommy and Robert De Niro and Jerry Zaks just come together and make something out of nothing.
Right.
And now it's a hit Broadway show.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you want to play that role one day? Wouldn't that be weird? That'd be kind of cool.
It would be
Would
cool.
you want to play your dad in a Bronx Tale?
I want to play Calogero and I want him to play Sonny in the same show.
Let's
That's
do
what I
that.
want to happen.
Let's do that.
Yeah. One for like just, I don't know, in
Like
the future. Just
yeah.
that would be really fun to do one
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I don't know. It'd just be fun.
So, so you find those cards everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
He told me he just hands them out to people. Like he'll like meet somebody, he'll like inspire them.
He has like a stack like this thick in
I
his
know.
wallet. Yeah. He just gives them out.
And he has a restaurant too.
He has a restaurant.
Do you eat at the restaurant?
All the time. Like, all the time. I'll be in the city, and he will call me, and he'll tell me, come to the restaurant. I'll say, I can't. He'll go, no worries. I'm going to get the food to go, and I'm going to bring it to wherever you are. I'm like, no, it's
Aw.
okay. He's like, I already got it. Like, it's too late. I'm coming to you right now. I have filet mignon. I'm like, okay, thanks, Dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can
yeah.
I get hooked up with your father
Yeah,
that way?
you
I could have a
can.
delivered filet mignon. I'm into
Did that,
that.
like, does it almost-
Billy wants to know, what's your dream role, Dante? Do you have one?
My dream role?
Yeah, dream big. Once you say it on camera, it'll happen.
My dream role? I really want to play Valjean. I know that's kind of cheesy, but like I really want to play Valjean.
Wow.
And it was that for a while, and then I have so many dream roles, and then I saw Evan Hansen, and that was just such an incredible.
You want to play Evan Hansen?
I would love to play Evan Hansen. Yeah.
Okay. Do you sing all these things like at home? Do you?
Yeah.
You know all this music?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sing.
Like you
them.
could full out like just bust out into Valjean right now.
Oh, probably
like
not.
The Confrontation.
The Confrontation.
Albie Javert. That's not happening, by the way. Not happening at all. David has a good question. What musician would you love to do a duet with?
Oh, people ask me that a lot. I mean, John Mayer his music is the soundtrack to my entire life.
Really?
Oh yeah. But to do a duet with, I would love to do a duet with Napalm from Hiatus Coyote. They're kind of like my favorite band.
I don't know them.
They're kind of unknown, but
I'm going to go look it up.
Look them up. She just has this way about her melodies and her rhythm that is I've never heard before. Definitely, those two are my dream musicians to do a duet with.
So David wants to know, do you have any anecdotes about working on Orange is the New Black? I know you were on Orange is the New Black, but what did you play on it?
So I played a character who actually takes LSD and jumps off a roof.
Oh, you're that guy.
I'm that guy.
That's you.
Yeah, I'm the guy that yells at the top of his lungs at the roof and then dives off.
So where did you film that? Upstate?
Queens.
Oh, it was in Queens. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you interact with any other cast members, or is that what was it like being on the set?
I mean, I spent a lot of time with Jackie Cruz. She played Flocka.
Yeah.
She's awesome. I hung out with her a whole bunch.
Right.
On the roof, it was really just me.
Right.
Yeah. I was with a lot of the other actors in the scene just before it when we were in the school.
Right.
But I was hanging out with Flocka the whole time. Yeah, she was awesome.
Must be weird to be up on the roof and to be that guy.
Yeah, it was really crazy seeing the stunt double actually jump off the 4th floor roof.
So you watched that happen?
I watched
You're like, that guy's playing me, and he just jumped.
He like dives off the roof. He actually did that, and they landed on like a huge pillow.
Stunt people are crazy, right?
Yeah.
What was your first like Hollywood moment you had, like as a kid? Did you ever get to go on? Who's the coolest person you've met? I mean, come on, you've had a pretty good life.
The coolest thing that's ever happened to me, like regarding that question, is one time I played piano with Billy Joel. In his basement.
What?
What? Yeah, that was a fun day. My dad. Yeah, that was a fun day. My dad came in my room and he's like, "Get dressed. We're going to the airport." And he didn't tell me where we were going. And I was like, "Okay." And I got in an airport.
And where'd you go? To Billy Joel's
We got in
basement.
a helicopter and we were flying and we just landed in Billy Joel's backyard. And there he was, and I met him, and we hung out with me and my dad, and we went in his basement. He has these 2 giant pianos next to each other.
Oh, so you got your own piano? It was like
I had my own grand piano, and
you
so
were
did
just
he.
next to him. You didn't have to share a bench.
No. Oh, no.
And what did you play?
And I'm not that much of a piano player, but I played Dave Brubeck's Take 5, and he just started. He's like, "Oh yeah," and he just started like going off.
That's crazy.
And I was like, "This is the coolest thing that's ever happened in my entire life."
That's cool.
Yeah, I think that will be the coolest thing that's ever happened in my entire life.
I'm glad that you were able to acknowledge that. That's amazing.
Greatest thing that's ever happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Here's a fun question. What's a show, if you can go back in time and see a Broadway show, which one would you want to go see? Time travel to Broadway. Let's do it.
These questions are really good.
I know, they are really good.
They're really good. They're stumping me. I mean, I said it before. My favorite musical is the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and that is not on Broadway anymore.
Right.
I would kill to see that.
So you want to, okay.
Yeah.
You want to go see the Broadway Unfortunate Direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you in Sharknado?
I was in Sharknado.
What's the strangest thing on the Sharknado set?
The strangest thing on the Sharknado set?
Those are very quality films, by the way.
I'm trying to think.
In case anyone doesn't know.
We weren't on the set. Well, I wasn't on the set most of the time. I was in the city filming. The craziest thing on the city filming was honestly like just the people that would run up to you and be like, "Are you really filming Sharknado?" And people would ask to be in it. I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Could you get me in?" I'm like,
well, because they think it's just easy
no.
to let anyone be in Sharknado.
I had this one guy, he started talking to me and I started walking off to do, I heard action, do your job, Dante. Yeah. And this guy still was talking to me. And then he started yelling at me that I was walking away from him.
You were being rude.
I'm like,
see?
We're shooting a movie. I don't know if you've noticed.
And
the security had to come and take him off the set. And he was screaming at me. I'm sorry.
That's what happens when you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
Get ready. Somebody wants you to be in Evita. I don't know.
A what?
Say Evita. Somebody just wrote. I don't know if that's like just say Evita.
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 I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
But
Giannina, your sister's a performer too, right?
oh yeah.
What's her name?
Gabriella Palminteri.
The reason why I know that is because I don't want to embarrass you, but I actually went to your dad's house
You did,
for
yeah.
a photo shoot, and I saw there's like a whole thing of like photos of you guys and awards, and like
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw your whole career. It was awesome.
Yeah, she's 15 and she's already like the best one in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's killer.
Yeah, and he's adorable when he talks about you guys and how proud he is of you. So, there's an important question because it brings up: are you excited to perform at Fit for Below with your cast? So you're actually performing what this weekend? With Generation Me.
July 23rd on Sunday.
Okay, on
Yeah.
Sunday, Generation Me is doing like a concert.
Yeah, we're doing a concert at 7 o'clock
Cool.
on the 23rd. We're going to sing all the music in the show.
You're gonna do the guitar song. That's gonna
I
happen.
think I'm going to do the guitar song,
Okay.
right? Yeah, I'll probably do the guitar
Yeah.
song. Is really the kids in this cast are killer.
Has been fun rehearsing.
Oh, it's been so much fun.
And it's like everyone's like big moment, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone's sort of new, and I'm sure you guys are like having a blast.
We're having so much fun. And a lot of times the piano will stop and it'll just be all the voices in the room, and everyone just kind of takes a second and is like, that sounds so good. It sounds amazing. Come to the show. You're gonna love it. It's really an awesome show. And then we open July 26th.
Right. So
through
next
the 30th.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So next week is the week to see Generation Me. It's a
Come see
hot
it.
new musical, cool young cast, great new score. It's everything.
Yeah.
Right?
It really is.
Yeah, and it's part of NIMP, so it's like affordable and what do you want to say?
Nymph.org. Plug the website.
Nymph.org.
NIMP.org for more information on Generation Me. Sorry for not knowing that. That's it. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for
So nice
having
to
me.
meet you,
Yeah,
Dante.
great to meet you.
Okay, guys, go check out Generation Me, nymph.org. That's NYMF.org, if you don't know what I'm saying. And we'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock with another amazing guest on Live at 5. Bye.